record. Beautiful, and we can get started. So, how many of you practice your consecutive? Did anybody come up with any special consecutive sequences that they want to share? So Claire, you had your hand up. Did anybody practice any special consecutive sequences? So I'm looking for hands up right now. Somebody that wants to share about their favorite consecutive sequences. And then maybe I'll share mine with you. So who wants to share one of their favorite consecutive sequences? Come on, everybody loves counting by the same number, an arithmetic sequence. Who's going to share their favorite arithmetic sequence? Who's going to do that? Nobody's going to share at all. Claire, do you want to share? Go ahead.
Can I share? My favorite ones are counting by eights.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow. I think you picked a challenging one. Could you give me a start on that, please, Claire? Go.
8, 16, 34, 30, 32, 40, 48.
Wow. And let's just say ... because it goes on forever. That was an awesome one. Who's going to do the next one?
56, 64.
Oh, that's true. That's true, Asher. Now, and can you go, Camilla? You were going to give me yours. And then Mark, see if you can raise your hand electronically, please. Go ahead, Camilla. And
I like
Camilla,
counting by tens.
everybody loves tens. Who doesn't love counting by tens? I love that. I love that. How about you, Mark?
I like counting by fives.
Oh, fives are beautiful. 5, 10, 15, 20, ... What about you, Gabby?
By sevens.
Oh, man, you picked one of my favorites. Let's do it. Go. 7.
7, 14, 21, 28,
35,
35,
42,
All right, wait a minute. Stop right there for a second.
49.
Guys, do you guys see anything interesting about 7 and 8, 14 and 16, 21 and 24, 28 and 32, 35 and 40, and 42 and 48? What do you guys see? You guys see anything? Say it out loud if you do.
Oh,
I
I see it. Oh, wait.
to describe it.
So they're 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus
5 plus 6 plus 7.
Yeah. So guys, there are some beautiful ways of connecting the sequence. Jack, you're next.
Counting by
Wait, hold on, Jack. Somebody is singing right now. Can you please not do that while Jack is speaking? Show him the respect that he was showing you before. Go ahead, Jack.
I counting by twos.
Oh, man. One of the great sequences of all time, Jack. I love it. Who's next is Tess M. Go, Tess M.
Counting by sixes.
Tess, give me a start, kiddo.
6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42.
Wow, I absolutely love it. Now, is there anybody else that wants to share before I share some of my favorites? Go ahead, Mark.
I
I have another one.
Go ahead, Mark.
Three. Counting by threes.
Oh man, you guys gotta love threes. Three,
3,
6,
6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24,
Are you ready? for
27.
Mr. Kramer's favorite. My favorite one is actually a combination of two. Mine is a combination of threes and sevens. So I take Mark's threes and Gabby's sevens, and my favorite sequence is counting by 21. So let's do it, guys. Go. Wait. Hold on. Let's do it. 21.
21,
42,
42,
60,
63,
84,
105, 126,
26.
147,
168,
189, 210,
Wow. Wait a minute, guys. Do you guys know that you just did 10 of them? You guys just did 10 of my favorite sequence. Now, Olivia, you're going to give us yours. Go for it.
I was just gonna say that all the numbers in the one section all go by order.
Wait a minute, guys. You just notice what Olivia noticed. And wait a minute. Hold on a second. Who can notice about the tens? Wait, hold on, Jonah, go for it, Jonah.
all the tens are counting by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21.
Wait a minute,
Wait,
Jonah,
21?
look what happens after 189. It breaks. Then we go to 231. Uh-oh. And then, come on, guys, help me out. 250. 1, 2, 270. And wait a minute, look what's happening. We're now counting by odd numbers. And then Olivia's still goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't believe, Olivia, what you saw and what Jonah saw and what we saw after 210. Now, would you like to see one other of my favorites? Because this one is very lonely because nobody ever picks this one. Are you ready? This sequence right here starts with 3/4. And then it goes to 1.5. And then 2.25. And what's the next one?
2.5.
No,
3?
we're counting by 3/4.
3.
And the next one? 3 and
3 3/4. 3 and 3/4.
And what's the next one?
4.5.
4.5.
And the next one?
4.25.
No.
5. 5.5.
Ah.
5.5.
Now, guys, all I'm going to ask you is please do not disrespect fractions, because fractions have feelings just like whole numbers have feelings. You just remember that. Now, Jack, what do you want to add, buddy?
So at the next to like 1, 2, 3, it says it's kind of a pattern because it's 1. You can see at the bottom of 1, it's 2, it's 4, it's 2, 4, 4, 2, 4.
Wait a minute.
basically a pattern.
That is a beautiful, beautiful pattern. Jack, I don't know about you guys, but if you're always looking for patterns, you are my kind of mathematician. Now, would you like to draw these sequences? Forget about the numbers. Let's draw them. Let's actually draw the sequences. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you
Yes.
ready? Guys, the first one I want to show you is on page 2. Everybody go to page 2. And if you go to page 2, I want to show you that I created what's called a coordinate plane. I have a vertical line and I have a horizontal line. And along the horizontal line, these are the term numbers of the sequence. So for instance, we can say that this is the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and as you can see, fifth term. When we go directly vertical up, we can then count over and see, oh, the value of that term is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Label those.
So this is the easiest sequence you'll ever see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 15. But every single point represents the numbered term and the number itself. So who can tell me the smiley face that I'm circling in green? What point does that represent? For instance, the one down here, you would have to say 10, 10. The one over here, you would have to say 5, 5. Olivia, what would you call the green point?
12, 12.
Oh my God, beautiful. Claire, what would you call the red point?
I would call it 9.
9's not going to be enough. I need a term number and a value number. The term number is here. The value number is there. So it's not just 9. The term number is 9 and the value number is.
9.
So say it out loud.
9.
9. Hayden, can you tell me the black circled one?
15. 15.
Oh, somebody's speaking on their line to a parent. Quiet, please. Hayden, go for it.
15. 15.
That's really, really close. And I'll tell you why. Because when I go vertically down, I don't hit 15. When I go horizontally across, I also don't hit 15. What do I hit, Hayden?
14.
But you can't just say 14 because this is 14.
14.
Right. Very, very good. Now, everybody pick up their ruler. If you have a ruler, pick it up and connect the points. The thing that I love to do is to connect my points. And that is literally the picture of the sequence 1 through 15, counting by ones.
It's starting
So everybody make that line. And Tess and Gabby, do you have a question?
I was just wondering what would happen if you moved the 9th point down 1. Would it be 8? Would it be 8, 9 or 9, 8?
Gabby, can you ask the question one more time? You started out, you said with 9, 9, yes?
What if you move the 9 circle down one to the one right below it? The one
All
where
right.
eight-
Well, let's do this. Now, Gabby, I love the question. I'm going to draw your point in light green. Can anybody tell me what is the value? Raise your hand electronically. What is the value of the light green point? And I'm going to make a little red arrow to it. But it's this point right here. And I'm even going to erase the 9, 9 so it's not distracting. And I have Zach. Go ahead, Zach.
9, 8.
Wow. Gabby, do you see it? The point is 9, 8, Gabby, because you read the first value you read is the term number. And then the value is the 8. So actually, Zach, did you go vertically down to 9 and horizontally across to the 8?
I did, well, if that smiley face is 9, then one down would have to be 8. And if that's 9, 9, then one down would be 9, 8.
Wow. And Gabby, does that make sense, sweetheart?
I was just wondering, would you write 8 and then 9 or 9 and then?
And the answer is 9 and then 8. In fact, I think we should do this. Everybody go to page 1 for just a minute, please. Everybody go to page 1 for just a minute. And let's make sure that everybody can do what Gabby just asked and Zach just showed us. So I'm going to identify a point and you are going to make a point. Are you ready? The first point I'm going to identify is with the blue. And I want everybody to first find it, make a little dot right there, and then please name that point.
Right here.
And don't say it out loud. In fact, you guys could send me chats with the answer. And remember, you always put parentheses and you put a comma between the two numbers.
Oh, this row first, right? This line first. This is a 10.
Okay, 10, and then 5. Eight.
All right. Can everybody please say it out loud on 3? 1, 2, 3, go.
8, 2.
If you said 8, 2, you totally nailed it. Now, some people, let me show you the most common error. The most common error is when people say 2, 8, but 2, 8 is in a completely different place. So Gabby, does that make sense that 2, 8 is here and 8, 2
Okay.
is over here?
2. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Now, everyone, we're gonna do another one of these pictures, but I want you guys to go to page,
I did this with you the last class.
everybody go to page 8. Everybody go to page 8. And Jack, I want you to turn off your virtual background, please, right now. Really important. It's very distracting to other people. Thank you. Now, when you do this, guys, you have to look at the increments between 0 and 20. And don't say it out loud, but you're counting by a certain number. So remember I'll plot the first one for you. The first one is right here, and that is 0.15. The first term is a 5.
So if this is
I was at 1.5.
Someone has a question. Caroline, go for it.
5 there. No, outside.
Caroline, did you have a question, honey? No? Okay, no problem. Oh, I thought I saw your hand go up. Gabby?
Yes.
You have a question, Gabby and Mark? Yeah, guys, if you don't have a question,
This number is
lower your
not
hand.
at 5
But if
there.
you do have a question, please raise your hand. Hayden, go for it.
No, I accidentally raised my hand.
Okay, that's fine. And
What?
you guys should now be doing 210. Where is the point
God, if plotted
210?
numbers instead of these blank things.
And then the point 315 and
So what?
420 and 525. You want to keep going as far and fast as you can. Not everybody's going to finish when we move on, because I have something kind of special to show you. Now, some people are not using their pencil. Like David, I don't see you're holding your pencil. You should be writing. You should be literally.
The boxes look so, I can't even see the boxes, so I don't know where my next dot is.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop sharing and share again, and you're going to probably have to maneuver your screen to accommodate. Maybe that's easier. And you don't have to define every point, but I just want to show you the first few and what they look like. But wait a minute. How many of you drew a line just now with your ruler? Did anybody do that? If you grab your ruler and connect these points, I think you're going to be pretty amazed at what happens. It allows you to plot every point in a couple of seconds. It allows you to go, hey, look at that. That is the 6th term, which is 30. The 7th, 35. The 8th, 40. The 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, and of course, the 15th.
25, 5, 30, 635, 7, 30, no, 740, 745. Mommy.
Hayden, go for it.
Are we supposed to be writing it down on page 8?
Yes. That's why we're at page 8. That's right. Very good. Mark, you have a question? Now, guys, you can finish this during the week, but I am now going to share with you something else. Are you ready?
525.
I gave you 2 pages. Everybody nice and quiet. I gave you 2 pages where you can create and graph your own sequences. So for instance, some of you mentioned, I think Gabby mentioned she loves 7s. And I think Claire, you mentioned you love 8s. You can create your own points and your own pictures to represent your favorite sequence. Now, If you're going to choose really large numbers, I did give you graph paper with no labels. So you are going to have to actually create the labels for those graphs. Now, the next thing I want to show you is that some of the graphs that we're going to do are not going to be straight lines. Everybody right now, go to page 12 in their packet. Go to page 12 in your packet. Now, page 12 in your packet is only for 4th graders all the way to 53rd graders. Now, is anybody here a 53rd grader?
No.
No.
What do you mean no? I am.
I'm not.
Okay. And Claire's
Can it be
mom-
higher than 53rd? Because I am higher than 53rd.
well, that
I'm in 54th.
okay, so you're 59 years old. That's wonderful. Now, I think that curved pictures are even more beautiful than straight lines. How many of you like straight line pictures and how many of you like curved pictures?
I like both.
I like straight line pictures more.
You know
Both.
what? You know what? I kind
I
of
like seeing the
figured you guys would say
corners,
that.
like how the corners meet.
Yep. Now, guys, I want to show you something really cool. What if I said to you, what does this point on the brown graph, what does this blue point on the brown graph represent? Who could name that point? Don't say it out loud. I'm going to choose David. David O.
I think it's 10 and 100.
So can we say 10, 100?
Yeah, 100.
All right, so everybody, make a point right there and put the parentheses and say 10 comma 100. And then you might even want to put a little 100 between the 200 and the 0. And now I want to ask someone else. They can tell me what the black point represents. What does the black point represent? It's one of my favorite concepts. Jonah?
2400.
I like it. Now, can anybody tell me anything about that brown graph that they might have noticed? Mark, what have you noticed?
I was going to raise my hand for the 2400.
Oh, good. But does anybody notice a pattern between 10, 100 and 2400? Penny, do you have an idea?
Why am I so hungry?
Say again, honey?
Doubles?
I did have an
Yeah, what was your idea, Penny? Penny, I'm waiting for you, honey.
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember. Okay. And David, did you have an idea?
It's all curved.
It is definitely curved. It is definitely curved, and I agree with that. Olivia, what do you see?
That the 10, if you skip count by 10, then you can get to 20, and if you skip counting by 200, then you can get to 4.
Wow, that is true. That is very true. Jonah, you have an idea.
It's going by tens. It's like 10, 20.
Yeah, but I want to show you one other point, and maybe this will make it come alive. Are you ready? I want you guys to plot that point at 5. And who can tell me what is the vertical point that 5 relates to? This is the 5th one of those numbers. And I'm going to choose a mark for this one.
25.
Yes, it is. And guess what this one is, guys, right here? That one right there is 416. And that one right there is 39. And that one right there is 24. Does anybody see what's going on with these numbers? You might have spent the entire class on this 2 weeks ago. Claire, go ahead, Claire.
So in the front numbers, there are 2, 3, 4. And there's 5 for 5 and 25.
That's true. That is true. David, what do you see?
I see that 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I think the next one will be 6, 7, 8, and then 9, and then that 10, 100, it's that 10.
But what is the 9 going to be, guys? What are these numbers? And that one right there is 1, 1. The first, what kind of number is 1, and then 4, and then 9, and then 16, and 25, and 36.
Square numbers.
49. Guys, these are the square numbers. These are the square numbers. Mark, were you going to say that too?
Yeah.
All right.
I was also going to say they're odd numbers.
Well, some of them are odd numbers, but only every other one is an odd number. So if you look at the square numbers, everybody say the square numbers out loud. Go. 1,
1, 24,
1, 4,
4, 9, 15, 25,
25,
36,
32, 36, 49,
9,
64,
64,
100,
81,
81,
121,
121, 120,
164.
164.
Now, guys,
1,
you notice that every other number is odd. 1, 9, 25, 49, 81, 121, 169. And that continues forever. It continues forever. Now, what if these are the square numbers, these numbers here are crazy. Do you know what these numbers are over there? This blue line, it is such a cool sequence. Now, you should not really know this one, but this sequence right here, guys, like that point right there is 5, 125. That point right there is 464.
464.
That point right there is 327. And that point right there is 28. And let me just show you this one here. At the, well, we don't even go up to the number 10. Because at the number 10, it would be 1,000. Because these numbers are called, anyone know? Any ideas? Say it out loud if you do. They are the what kind of numbers? They are the cube numbers or the cubic numbers. Really, really cool. Now, what we're going to do right now is we're going to look at our own little group of numbers. This one here is very, very different. Who can tell me the red number? And let's see if I can find them. Let's see. Well, this is kind of interesting. I'm going to define the first number for you, the second one, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth. And you guys are going to help me find the other ones. Is that a deal?
Deal.
Mhm.
All right, let's do it. The first one is 1, 2.
Anything else with my left hand, it's tired too.
The second one is 2, 4. The third one is
3, 6.
8. The next one is 4, 6.
16.
The next one is 5.
20. 32.
32.
The next one is 6,
Next,
64.
64.
And the next one is going to be 7, but I'm not going to tell you on this one.
7.
I know it.
Who is the I know it?
Me, Zach.
Zach, go for it, buddy.
Is it 728?
Now, guys, let's see if Zach is right. We're going to take that point and let's go horizontally across. Does it look like that could be 128? Does that, I mean, look, if this is 50 and that's 100 and that's 150, could that number really be 128? And I think yes.
Yes.
Zach,
I think you nailed it. Now, is there someone else that can
I can tell how I figured it out.
hold.
Well, it's really a pattern to the whole thing.
Okay, does anybody, before you say the pattern, does anybody else see a pattern as well? I see Jonah raising a hand, and I don't see anyone else. I see David raising a hand. I see Camilla raising a hand. And when I say 3, I want you to all say a word that starts with the letter D to represent what's happening here. On 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
Doubles.
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 These are called, are you ready? They're called powers of 2. They're the doubling numbers. They're the doubling numbers. Very, very cool. So let's do it, guys. What is that point right there? 8 what?
8,
210.
256.
And then 9.
9,
9,
5, 12.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I have to check and see if our graph is making any sense. Guys, does that look like it's pointing to 512?
Yes.
Wow, that is cool. And then what about 10? What is 10 pointing to, everybody?
1,000.
1,000.
1,000.
But wait a minute, hold on. You know that double 512 is not 1,000. It's a little bit
1,000.
more.
Yeah.
1,024.
That's right.
1,024.
And so this is 10, 1,024. And it keeps going on forever. And I love that sequence of numbers. Now, let's see if we could do one
It's the
more.
sequence of numbers that 2048 uses.
2048 would be number what?
11.
That's right. Exactly right. But we unfortunately don't have that on our graph. So we would have to go even higher and higher and higher. Okay, now we're going to do the next one. And this group of numbers here, and I'm going to ask everyone, please, to go to page 16.
13, 17.
And what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to define the first few numbers on this list. So is everybody on page 16 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that point right there is for something. And I'm not going to say it yet. This point right here is 3 something. I'm not going to say it yet. That point is 2 something.
That 20.
And no, it's close, but none of these points are at 0. And that one right there is 1, comma, some number. Now, I want to look at 5.
1, 1.
It is not 1, 1, but that was a very, very good guess.
1, 2,
1, 2.
It is not 1, 2.
1, 3.
4.
All right.
2, 1.
I'm going to say 1, 3 is correct. And then I'm going to say, are you ready for this? I'm going to say that this number here is 81. The fourth number is 81. And if you look at it, each of these little tick marks represents a what?
10.
Nope.
100.
100.
Exactly.
100.
And so therefore, if that point is 81, and the first one, and Jack, can you take that away, please? Because that's distracting. Thank you. And this point right here is 1, 3. What do you think the next one is? And then the next one. Any ideas? And remember, guys, there are no bad ideas. I'm going to give you the 5th one right now, and that one might be helpful. So the 5th number is associated with 243, which is right there. And that does make sense, doesn't it? Doesn't that look like about 243?
Yeah.
Good, good. And I'm gonna focus this in a little bit closer. I think we might have a winner here. David, what do you see?
I think that the 2 might be a 9.
And if the 2 is a 9, David, what is the 3?
I think I have the answer.
Mark, what do you think the 3 is?
I think the right after 243 is 2187.
That wouldn't be the 6th one, but I do like what I just heard, but I'm really more interested in the 3rd one. Guys, if the first one is a 3 and the second is a 9, what do you think the next one is? Go ahead, say it out loud.
27.
12.
The answer is 27. And then why do we have 81? Who can explain what's happening here? Who can explain what's going on? I want to hear a really good explanation from somebody else who's looking at 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, and then the next one.
Is this powers of 3?
Oh my gosh. These are powers of 3. 3 to the first power is 3. 3 to the second power is
9.
9. 3 cubed is 27. 3 to the fourth is 81. This is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now, everybody, don't yell it out loud. Who can give me the sixth one? Write it out. If you don't know multiplication, please use repeated addition. It's 243 3 times. Not out loud, not out loud. You better add the ones column first.
4 is
Go ahead, Sarah, give it a shot.
4.
Claire's got it. And I would love it if you raise your hand if you have the answer. I would love that.
7.
Claire, you're up, kiddo. Go, Claire.
I think the answer to 6 is 729.
Asher, what do you think?
I thought it was 729.
You did good. Good. Hayden, what about you?
729.
Wow, fantastic. Now, who is going to do number 7? Number 7 is all the way up here. Okay, it's so much fun to do 7. So 7, and don't yell it out. Everybody lower their hand and then raise it again. So now you're doing 729, which by the way is 9 cubed, 9 times 9 times 9. Very special. And we're going to add 3 of them, or multiply 729 by 3. And this is the one, Mark, that I thought that you were getting before. Remember, I think you said that before.
Yeah, 2,100.
Oh, no, don't yell it out yet. I want everybody to have an opportunity to work on that. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. So we know that 9 plus 9 plus 9 is what, guys? Come on, it's 27. And 2, 2, 2, and 2 make what?
8.
And 7, 7, and 7 make what? Mark, tell us what we have.
2,187.
Wow. And that is the 7th power of 3. Now, guys, we are not going to stop here. There's no way. I want the 8th power of 3. So what I want is 2,187 times 3. But unfortunately, it's off of our graph. So you guys are going to have to make your own graph to find that one.
2 plus 2. 2 plus 2.
I can do that.
Come on, everybody should be working. I don't see everybody. Sarah, I want to see you working your pencil. Sarah, Roxanne, I want to see you working your pencil now. Whatever distraction, try to focus.
And then I have to do that.
2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, who's got the answer for me? Please raise your hand. And I see Claire. Claire, it's all yours.
I think the answer is 6,561. I mean, yeah, 61.
Wow, that is an absolutely beautiful work of art. If you guys circled your carries above the 10 and the 100's place value, they should be 2s, 65, 61. And then, you know, guys, you could really go till infinity, but infinity will take you a little bit too long, and you may all grow long beards like Mr. Kramer. No, but if you want to be, you know, if you try to go in infinity, just be careful that you don't like get sucked into a black hole. Okay. And oh, by the way, I want to tell you a little bit about something, but next week, one of the first, it's the fourth female winner of the Physics Nobel Prize happened yesterday. And I'm going to tell you all about it, and it has to do with finding black holes. So, and Jack, can you turn that off, please? It's really important you do that, as I said before. So guys, look at what else you can see in your packet, okay? You can create your own powers of 3 graph. Then you can look at graphs that go down. These are amazing. They go from 2,000, 1,000 to 500 to 250 to 125 and so on and so on and so on. They're really, really cool. And then you guys can create your own graphs. So I want you to really work hard to create pictures of sequences of numbers. Mark, Gabby, you have a question? Go for it,
Oh,
Gabby.
I just forgot to lower my hand.
Okay, and Mark, what about you?
I just lowered my hand.
Okay, great. Well, guys, I want everybody to create lines and curves that represent sequences of numbers. It's some of the most beautiful mathematics there is. It connects numbers and geometry and these beautiful planes. And I really can't wait to see what you come up with next week. If you want to send me during the week graphs that you create on your own, I would love to see them. Okay, so say goodbye to your friends.
Bye.
Guys, I'll see you in
Mr. Kramer.
167 hours.
Bye,
Miss-
everyone. Bye, Gabby.
Bye, guys. Yes, Mark. Yes, Mark.
How do you, can you do it in circles?
Oh, circles are some of the best. So, you know what those are called? They're called polar graphs. If you make circles out of the numbers, it's polar graphs. And by the way, Jack, this is the right time for you to be using those funny glasses. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.